the question up here is right now is how much rest time? And if you followed me and you followed me for a short period of time, even a short period of time, you kind of know how I feel about rest period at the beginning of your program when you start out. This is something that is pretty common for me. I've said it over 40 years on rest periods. So I'm just curious on somebody that's someone that's in the Titan crew, why this would be a question at this stage. And this will help you guys also. This will help you guys that maybe are not in the Titan crew. I'm going to leave this up here till he answers that. See what else we got here. All right, we'll wait for James, but let's put that right there. Bobo thinks I got the Delta.
Oh, yeah, Bobo. What is Bobo now? It's so fun.
After dealing with some of the check-ins, I wish I did have it.
The video you sent, it was so funny. Oh my God.
There's nothing Bobo does that's funny.
No,
Don't stick up for Bobo. Well, let's help out this person. They don't know why they're here, so. Here. And we'll be back here again. All right, done. I love that. You're a beast, Tony. You're a beast. Now, so one of the guys asked, how long you rest. And then you guys understand that obviously when you start a program, you know, especially right now, at the 70% level, you know, starting out at 7% level. Some of the basic stuff is this. When you start a plan, you would take as much time as you need. There's no time limit. And this is stuff I've talked about forever to nauseousness. That you train at the beginning, being precise, training the muscle, trying to get some kind of stimulation with the least amount of work possible. And that's the way it starts. It always is the way it starts. And when you're off season, that's the way it should be. And that way, when you go to get ready, you have something in the tank. You have options to go to at the end of the training. So if you don't have options at the end, then you know you're kind of stuck. That's where the plateau happens, and that's when you really just dead end and you're done. And so what I try to teach people is that you don't ever want to run out of options to enhance the body. And so this is why I've been able to continue to do what I do, is because I've never ran out of options. And when I do run out of options, I know that I have to start back over again and create options again. And so I love that he said this, is rest as long as you need. There's no rush at this point. There's no time limit. There's nothing I need to put down. You guys know this. This is simple stuff that I've explained over and over again. This is the basic. You know, it's like saying, hey, do you breathe? Yeah, I breathe. So that's one of the things that I'm so glad he did this. Now, here's the response from the gentleman that asked it. So he's saying 60 to 90 seconds for best sets. So That's incorrect, because best sets is already confirmed, and that's just facts, is 2.5 minutes to full recovery. 2.5 minutes for full recovery. And so what this gentleman is saying is that his interpretation of, even though he's in the Titan crew, and this happens to a lot of people, he's not listening. He hears, you know, I'm talking over here and stuff, and he just hears what he wants to hear and doesn't listen to every little detail. And so one of the details, and I've said it over and over again, is that you recover and then you do your set. Like Tony was saying before that. Great response from Tony. But Tony, I also can see that Tony's that kind of guy. He's also in the Titan crew. Tony's the kind of guy that looks for the underneath statement that I'm making. And I wish you guys would all do that. And what that means is right now, at the beginning of 16 weeks, we have to make sure that we're building muscle, that we're speeding up the metabolism. Those are the main things. The main thing isn't getting the workout done. Not really. Is the main thing about a certain amount of protein and carbohydrates and fats? Kind of, but the underlying thing there is we need to be taking in enough to make sure the metabolism is firing and that we're recovering. Firing and recovering. And so the majority of people go, well, I need to build muscle and burn fat. Not right now, you don't. We need to make sure the metabolism is firing and we're recovering. So you kind of see how the one is below the other. I hope you do. I mean, this is going to save a lot of you so much time if you understand that. And so the comment here is 60 seconds. Could you imagine? You start the program at 60 seconds, 16 weeks out. I mean, 60 seconds, dude, I barely just got done with my set, got out of the way from the other guy, and he's doing his set. And then all I got to get back in, because it's going to take me another 15 seconds to get back in to get set up to go again. And so you got about 25 seconds of rest, besides moving it back in and out of the exercise. And your other training partner has to wait because you got to get your second set in. Now, you can kind of see that statement is just like, well, yeah, you mentally feel like, oh, I'm a beast. I wait 60 seconds. I'm an animal. That shit never impresses me. Never impresses me, because I train with so many people that do it that way, and they get weaker and weaker. And by the end of the workout, they're doing a plate. Mona lifts more than these people. So it's mind-blowing that someone in the Titan crew still gets that aspect of it and does not pay attention. So, Tony, great job. I appreciate you doing that. James, pay attention. Pay attention to that stuff. I know you're better than that. So I love this. So this is someone that, first of all, as crazy as I am, anybody that does the blitz is somewhat crazy. And I love that. And I love that you're not the normal. You really aren't. The blitz is something like Mona says. You got 10% that finish it. 100% sign up, 10% finish it, because it is just a beast. And it's a beast because of the body and the mind. The mind, sorry, not even the body. Because the body gives you everything that you guys ask for. I need this, and I need it fast, and I want to do it fast, and I want to do this, this, and this. Okay, we're going to give it to you. And then you still don't want it. We showed you that way, and you're like, no, okay, that's a lot of hard work. Forget it. I don't want that either. But your body's changing every single day, and that's where the mind comes into it. And so that was one of the big things that I wish you guys would have jumped on and did. And this one is going to be great because we're going to reverse him out. And so that he gets to keep that leanness, that solid muscle. And so he gets to look great for the next weeks as we fill him out and slowly recover from the blitz and take him back into this slicing and dicing phase, which is a long period of time. And so it might even look, well, it is going to look. You always look better every time you cut up. So like for me, every time I got on stage, I looked better. Every time I dieted, I looked better. It's a cool thing. It's really a cool thing. So I was doing a posing clinic, and I talked about when you're on stage, you pose from the ground up. And that's what you should do when you're on stage posing, or if you're at a photo shoot, or technically, if you're just standing around at a wedding or something like that, you should always be focused on your posture and kind of going, hey, whoa, I'm just standing here slouched over drinking a beer. Stand up. Now, should that change and should you work from the ground up on exercises? It depends. There's thousands of exercises. So, it depends on what the exercise is. But energy comes from the ground. We all know that. Energy comes from the ground. So that energy comes from there, pushes through the body and goes up and through. So like if I'm doing chest, are my legs flexed? 100%. Are they solid to the ground? 100%. I hope that answers your question, okay? Beautiful, beautiful. So here's somebody that, like on the TC3, the majority of you, I have you training at 70% like me. The majority is training like 70% like me. Now, there are some, and that's why the one-on-ones are great, is because I talk to you and then I find out, I dig into who you really are and where you are with your body as of this time. And so this is somebody that I think right now can go 100%. And if we need to pull back to 80 or 70 a later time, we can do that. But to fire into this, now that's going to be different from everybody. And that's why I say the one-on-one's kind of the ultimate thing to do. But with him right now, I said, out of the gate, I want you ballistic in the gym. But look what he said. See, this is what I love. And this is why I like doing this, is because 100% means in the weight, in the lift that you're doing. That's 100%. And so does 100% mean, well, I need to take 20 seconds in between sets, and that way I'm more intense and I'm training harder and I'm in and out of the gym in 32 minutes. That's not more intense. That's dumb. It takes completely away from what I said. You go to a powerlifting meet, is that not 100%? You know how long you rest between your lifts? Good 15 minutes. But you're trying to give 100% in the one lift that you're doing. And now when it comes to weightlifting or exercise, mostly right now, each rep, each set is that powerlifting meet. And so try to recover between it. And so I love that he said that. And for him to give 100%, he needs to recover to get back in there. All right. So I think that's it's a great, great point. And thanks for saying that too. Jeffrey, Mona.
Yeah.
So Denny Keiko said he never got anything, him and Diana.
Yeah.
So I said, don't worry about it. We'll do it another time.
Really? Because I gave him the right email.
No, we'll do it another time. Tell him thank you, though. All right. So let me go to some more questions. These are good questions. This is good insight from both sides, guys. I mean, if they still want to get on, you can call them. But if they can't get it, then don't worry about it. My team sent it.
Yeah, Jeff is on. He just doesn't know how to check the email. He said he sent it 3 times just to make sure that it's one after the other.
Yeah. Yeah, it just went to spam. And I told him to check spam.
Oh, you told him? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's wait another 5 minutes, see what happens. Who are you talking to over there? The crew?
Do you want to switch sides?
I don't want to switch sides. I just want to talk to them so you can eat. Okay. Because your eggs are getting cold. And the grapefruit isn't it much better? And it's not organic.
Oh, geez.
My almost killed me for his organic.
No organic food in this house.
Yes, I do
the protein is way too fat.
Chicken and eggs.
Organic chicken for me, I don't do.
Titan.
For Titan he does. Yeah. But it's the fats are good for him. But for me, man, You start getting into double digits with that
Yeah.
chicken. And then the grapefruit is like dead. There's like no taste to it.
It was so bad.
It was.
I threw them out.
You know how bad it is? It's as bad as Bobo's nude photos.
And I'm curious, you guys.
Right?
When you guys go, and the ladies, because the guys, and some of the guys do too, but when you go to the supermarket and you shop for something, right? And you get back home and literally your product is shit. It's bad. It's like disgusting. Do you guys bring it back? I never brought back anything. I just literally throw it in the garbage. I even bought, because I'm not good at this stuff, like expired yogurt, let's say. I bought a yogurt and I get home and I look at it before I eat it and it's expired. So who brings the stuff back to a supermarket? It is so weird to me.
I guarantee Jeff does.
I should.
Heath Evans does.
It's like money thrown
Steve
in the garbage.
Pack does.
It happens all the time.
You know Steve Pack does.
Yes. Yes.
Jeremy doesn't, but Jeremy sends the wife to do it.
Oh, hi.
Let's see what else we got here. Hey, Lori.
Look at her ears back. Hi, Khaleesi. What happened? You don't like to be on screen? You shy?
Do you understand the question she's asking?
Lori, you bumped me to 100%. Does that mean less weight and max reps, or max weight and max reps? How is that even a question?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, Lori. So
Can anybody help us out on this question? What she's asking?
I'm trying to figure out. So less weight and max reps.
Why
She's asking what.
Why would less weight be come in if you're asked you to go 100?
Exactly. So she's asking what the other guy asked, which I said it's 80% of the people. She's asking if that means to go to the failure. So less weight and max reps equals.
What's failure have to do with 100%?
I think it has to do stuff. I know.
So I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I don't know. If anybody else wants to try to answer that, that'd be great. I don't understand the question that is being asked. Bobo, can you?
Khaleesi likes organic. Khaleesi likes anything, but what's that? Khaleesi doesn't like organic. Khaleesi is a wolf. She eats everything that's on the table. Right, Khaleesi? You steal it. Wow. Yeah, you do.
Thank you, Ken, about the doggy. Thank you. Thanks, Nick. Nick said hello to Mona.
Hey, Nick.
Alan. Lucy, I love it. You bumped me to 100%. So yeah, Lori, 100% just means that you're training now at 100% in the gym. Does that mean less weight? I don't understand the terminology of less weight. I or nobody around me or anybody in the Titan crew means going harder means less weight. So I don't understand that statement. And max reps. So you have a certain amount of reps that I have set up for the program. So it would be just those reps that you're doing with the most amount of weight, not the least amount of weight that you could do for those rep range. Okay. So I guess I'm just confused on why the word less weight came into play on this. Because if I can remove that from the sentence, does that mean max reps? Well, it does. Again, I'd remove that as well. Just means the max weights, most amount of weights. Yeah, what I don't want any of you to do on the Titan Challenge is purposely make this hard. And so this statement here is purposely making it hard. It's as simple. So I can't do something that's so confusing for 45 years without trying to dissect it every single day. And in time, obviously, you're not going to be able to do that every single day, 365 for 45 years. So what I learned early on is to make it simple. So that whole KISS thing, keep it simple, stupid. So my programs and the way I teach is the most simple, basic, way that you can do it. That way you can do it if you travel, if you got 5 kids, you got 10 kids to feed, you got 2, whatever it is, you got a job, you got whatever it is, because I've lived that life. I mean, I wasn't born rich, so it didn't work that way. Even though the people go, well, we don't got that luxury the time that you did. I set myself up. I'm a grandfather's age. So in my teens, in my late teens, 9, 10, 11 years old, moving out of the house to California at 20, I worked my ass off, but I stayed on the plan. And I made the plan the most simple possible way to do this. So I never confused it. So whatever you're doing at 70%, go to 100. That doesn't mean change tenfold. It doesn't mean that. And in my principles, it doesn't mean that. And I'll tell you one thing. When somebody does say, hey, go from 70%, change 15 things and go to 100%, that's not going to work. Now you're just going to be confused. Your body's going to be over confused, and you're going to lose it, and you're going to get injured, and you're not going to do this anymore. Just take it up a notch. That's all it is. Just take it up a notch. Simplify it, okay? Things like fatigue, go to failure, do drop sets, all that isn't part of this. All that isn't the statement that I'm making when I say go 100%. It doesn't mean rest 30 seconds in between sets. None of that. I've never said it, never will. At the end of the program, if I give you supersets, I'll tell you, I want you to superset. At the end of the program, if I tell you I want you to rest 30 seconds, I'll tell you rest 30 seconds. But right now, keep it simple, okay? Nice job, Zach. Nice job. This is great. This is what I love about my Titans, is that it's fun that we're all doing the workouts. Yeah? Okay. Great. And that's what I wanted to do this time. Okay, but now look what he's saying. There's definitely things that I'm going to do different right now because of what's going on in my life. I got a movie in 2 weeks. I got to be on stage next weekend. I got another photo shoot the weekend after that, then the movie. So his point is that I'm doing something, and unless I told you to do it, you're staying with the basic and the most minimal stuff. Well, but you're doing the cardio, Mike. I want to do what you're doing. That makes no sense. Because what I'm doing is setting you all up to be the very best you possibly can in 16 weeks. You guys are going to be freaks. 15 weeks now. You're going to be incredible in 15 weeks. I need to be at my best in 2 weeks. Now, if I'm at my very best in 2 weeks, I'm going to be a different version of me in 15 weeks with you guys, which is great. But again, that's set up for what I need to do, not what you need to do. So like what he said here, right now, I need to do what I'm doing to get where I need to be for my production and what I have to do. But for you guys, our date is 15 weeks away. That's what we're doing, right? So let's keep on point. Let's not detract from that. Let's not start adding things in here, start analyzing stuff. Lori asked a question, and it was funny because I just talked to one of my one-on-ones yesterday, and he did a similar question to what she said. She started analyzing things and going, hey, is this what Mike means? Mike will tell you what he means. I'll just say up and I'm, and so my one-on-one said the same kind of thing. He said, hey, so should I go supersets, fatigue, failure, the most reps I possibly can? Do I do this? And I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I said, just go to 100%, do the reps I gave you with the heavier weight, done, move on. It's so simple. Maybe it is that it's so simple that you don't realize that being this simple, that you can create the physique you want, because you see the commercials, you see all these people talking about it, you see people in the gym running around, bouncing off walls, like that's going to get them in shape. Watch those people over the next 15 weeks. Go to the gym. Everybody, go to the gym tomorrow, look at everybody that's there, and in 15 weeks, look at them again and watch how much you changed compared to how much they changed. You will be blown away. You'll be like, I actually got so much better. and I'm twice this person's age. I'm a female where he's a male. Whatever it is, you're going to look at all these people going, but this person was training like a psycho. I couldn't keep up with him. But then I got in better shape. If you guys think that training like a psycho gets you in great shape, then explain to me any UFC fighter. Okay? Did Derek Lewis just fought for the internal one of the belts this weekend? The belt before he fights the big boy. I forgot his name. But Derek Lewis looked like a guy that's in shape, or does he look like a big fat guy? Because I'll tell you two things about Derek Lewis. He's a bad, bad man, and he can kick all of our asses in cardiovascular, but he doesn't look good. And so the point there is this. He trains a good 6, 7, 8 hours a day. He trains more than all of us, and he can outlast us in cardiovascular. Okay? I don't care if you're a runner or whatever like that. He's still going to beat you because he's going to go 100% where a runner jogs. Okay? So he puts his heart level at a certain level where a fighter goes to 100% and goes ballistic, and he can keep it there for a longer period of time. So they're the most fierce, great shaped individuals that their bodies in no sense makes any sense whatsoever. But that's the point of overtraining. You guys have heard of overtraining, right? And that's what majority of society is doing. So if you watch people at the gym, a majority of them were set up on a training plan from somebody that got a certification and said, this is how you should train the people. And then they just do cycle for 45 minutes and they don't get any better. They actually get worse, where power bodybuilding sets you up to deposit money in the future because we're going to make your connective and bone density better. And that way you can live longer, be healthier, less injuries. Okay, so here, this is a great one. This is a great one, guys. And you guys all know I talk about this. From the 30-day blitz or from a dry out, you got to reverse out. You got to reverse out. If you do not reverse out, you just wasted all that time creating this beautiful body, and then you don't get to enjoy it. And that's what he's saying about enjoying it and stuff. So again, it goes right back. You got to reverse out of the program. I don't care which program you do. We got to reverse out of it, because what we're doing also on top of that is we are taking our bodies to the best it's ever looked, right? That's what we're doing. That's the goal here. And so no matter who you are, at the end of that, all these bodybuilders that get on stage, they go out and they party after and they eat after and they blow up and they don't look as good. And so that's why I'm lucky enough that I continue to guest post so much, because I don't do that aspect of it. Now, I don't want to say that you're not going to enjoy. Of course, the goal here, the ultimate goal here is for all of us to be a little bit more like Mona. You know, enjoy the food, enjoy the carbohydrates, train maybe 3 days a week, 4 days a week, and maintain that incredible physique while still having the option to get 10 times better. So that's a great thing to do. So with this, man, I would say you should have reversed out slowly. You should have came off it real slow. And you could even do it this slow, guys. You could do the reverse diet. Skip that. You could even do the blitz again and just lower down the cardio. So hypothetically saying you did the dry out, right? And during the dry out, you did this diet, you did the cardio, you did the abs, you did all this posing, you did everything to get ready, you did the sauna, whatever it is. I would just stay on the nutrition another week, just like it is, and pull all that stuff off. So automatically, your body now is at a higher level. You're taking in more calories because you're not burning them off doing all the extra stuff. And then I would stay that for a couple weeks. So I did my big shoot on Sunday. And what I did this week is I kept my carbs down all the way. I put in some fats, some healthy fats for connective tissue. Not healthy fats because society says healthy fats get rid of fats. No. and this goes back to Tony or these other people that really pay attention. I did healthy fats to feed the connective tissue. So the muscle is made up of a couple different things. The muscle can eat protein, but there's protein should be split a 70-30 percentage. 70% for muscle itself, and then 30% of protein should be fed to the connective tissue. And that way you got this whole long span of this bicep, you say, to the bones. And that way everything there is fed. Okay, so that's what I did. And then I just stopped the cardio, stopped the ab work, stopped the posing, stopped all that secondary stuff. So my body automatically, on somewhat the same calories, except a little bit more fat, went up in the sense of healing. Body didn't change. Body stayed the same. Wait a minute. Your body stayed the same for the photo shoot as you did the week after, where you didn't do as much work. Yeah. Well, then why didn't you just do this first? That never comes first. You never get to be a billionaire without working first. And so the only reason I got to be able to enjoy this and be able to do this is because I went through the process. And now my body's burning so much and so fast that I got to pull back on it, and it stayed the same. And so it even got even tighter and healthier. Now, again, it's because I did the process that we got to that level. Man, I hope you guys fully understand that, because I would rather most of you do that. We're going to do that with Bobo, who's one of my one-on-ones here. And we're going to make him, we're going to take him from a basically Heath Evans looking close to 300-pound guy, but muscles. And we're going to take him down below 240. And he's not a spring chicken.
He can't be 240 there.
Yeah. Bobo's going to be under 240. And we're going to take him down to that. And then we're going to show you how he can maintain that with as little work as possible. Okay, so we're going to do that through this 15 weeks. There's going to be so many people. I want you to watch the other people. I know that we're all self-centered. We want to take care of ourselves. That's it. I'm checking in for me. I don't care about nobody else. That's not the Titan Crew. Titan Crew is kind of like this group that comes together and they motivate each other and push each other. And that's why I hope you others understand this. And that being said, the cool thing about this is that you get to watch these other individuals do the process, understand what they're doing different than you, and where they get to. So like, I think it was 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago during this diet, I'm sitting there getting ready for this thing and I'm killing myself. I mean, you guys know me. I'm pretty psycho and I go extreme. And I'm looking over at Mona and she's getting ready for this photo shoot. And I'm sitting there going, that's the level I need to get to. That's where I got to get to. This mid 40-year-old woman that just had a kid a couple of years ago, trained 3 days getting ready for this photo shoot, did hardly any cardio whatsoever, dieted on high carbohydrates and got ready for the photo shoot. And as the day happened, she crushed it. She crushed it and looked better than me. And so I'm sitting there going, that's a goal. But it's me watching the process of her, which motivates me to go, okay, I need to kill it right now because I don't have that same genetic makeup. I don't have that same gift that she has. And she set her body up in a different way than I set my body up. And so we're always trying to fix it and get back to that level. And so that being said, it's good to watch the other people. Just don't watch like Steve Pack. Don't watch Jeremy and don't watch Bobo. But besides that, you can watch the rest of the people. Let me see. There's some good questions today, guys. Really good. I'll make a shout out to this gentleman right here, Scott. Scott is a worker, full-time, supportive wife, family. Went through the process of taking a good almost a year or a portion of that to put on muscle. And then we did a good cut up. And now he's coming off of that cut up and we're taking him the other way slowly. And so he's enjoying the physique that was created. And so I think that's a really cool thing. Now he's a one-on-one with me, but it's the process that he's going through that we're trying to set him up. He's probably much closer to how we set Mona up to relative to how I'm set up. Let's see what we got here. All right. All right. So James just says he gets it. He's listening now. That's a good one too here. So I think the majority of everybody was sore. I created this Titan Challenge 3 program, and it's a beauty. And what I mean by a beauty, I mean it's devilish. It's devilish, it's tough, it's hard, but it sets you up. I am purposely making you guys focus on the secondary stuff and then still come back to the main lifts, but later in the workout, to really show you how I want you to be set up in the future. Now, that being said, everybody was kind of really sore with the volume work, which is great. And people are not as sore the second week, which is great too, because then most people are going to say, well, it's because my body's used to the workouts. No, your body really never gets used to workouts. But what your body's doing is it's recovering from the nutrition. And that's a beautiful thing. Your body's recovering well enough from the workouts the week before that you can come back and hit that workout and recover even quicker to where you're not that crazy soreness. So this is good stuff. This is good stuff. It will change during the process, obviously, as we get less and less food and higher volume of work. So this will be fun, but it's a great point that you made there, and I appreciate you doing that. Ken said it perfectly. Details, man. Details, man. It really is the little details that I am going to make sure that all you don't make the same mistakes that I made in my teenage years or 20s. That way everybody's set up to do it the right way. All right, we're going to leave it at that. I had a special guest coming on today. But for some reason, it looks like they could not find the emails and log in and stuff like that. So we're going to move past that. We're going to jump forward. Guys, great job today. I'm going to throw this over there on the YouTube to make sure that the rest of the world gets to see this. Again, if you are interested in doing the Titan Challenge 3, we did let go. Here's the info. I did let go of 20 people. It was actually 21 people that we let go of that we were going to work with one-on-one. I think that it's just, for me, this has to be fun for me. And there's so many people out there that are very easy to work with, understand the process, and listen to the little details, where there are some people that, I don't know, one would probably have a better term for it, but they're just not listening. It's not clicking to them. And so I don't want to be part of them hurting themselves or destruction of their bodies. So I moved away from 21 people. So there is some open spots for you guys to work with us one-on-one if that's something you guys want to do. If it's not, and you still want to do the Titan Challenge, no sweat, get over there, get on the Titan Challenge right now. This is week 2. We got another 14 and a half weeks to go, so I cannot wait to see everybody in here kicking ass. And again, thanks for jumping on today. I appreciate you guys all. Just not Bobo. Don't appreciate him at all. But everybody else, thanks so much, man. Jeffrey, thank you. Give a shout out to Jeffrey that is in Dusseldorf, Germany right now, enjoying the male review out there. And that is it. We'll talk to you guys all soon. Have a great day.